Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along. Just keeping an eye on the time. I'm on grandma duties again this afternoon. Oh, my poor hips. No, absolutely love it. Okay, yeah, we're brewing for a fabulous Australian summer storm here this afternoon, so the weather's a bit interesting outside at the moment. And oh gosh, the weather forecast for Wednesday next week is 37 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is Fahrenheit, but it's bloody hot for October. This is February temperatures for us. So the weather is just absolutely crazy at the moment. Welcome to climate change. Okay, entertainment only. Few little things I want to just have a little chat about. First up, tomorrow my time, another day your time, just a day and a half in your time is the No Kings rallies. I have heard that if you switch your phone to aeroplane mode, they can't track it, but you can still record. But just double check on that. Have a look on. I think it's nokings.org website, and if you go into the training section, they'll give you a whole lot of information. Stay peaceful, have fun. Wouldn't probably hurt to write an emergency number on your in permanent marker or pen or something on your inner arm just in case, but I don't feel you'll need it. But given that, of course, there's an impromptu military parade occurring at Camp Pendleton in San Diego, allegedly on Saturday, that will very possibly close the I-15. I'm assuming that's one of your major motorways in and out of the area, due to firing at the military base from warships. Who the F fires on your own military base from warships with live ammunition? Like, I know they do live firing exercises and all the rest of it. Oh, there is so much that could go wrong there. So just be aware of that. If it's on your travel plans to be anywhere near the I-15, have a look at alternate routes or try and make alternate plans. Okay, where on earth do I start with today? There is so much to cover. Okay, announcements come out that the Securities Commission is going to investigate the dodgy crypto shorting. I did a reading on that yesterday. It's going to be a kangaroo court with a nothing to see here result. The head of the SEC, Paul Atkins, was appointed by the Orange Twerp, and he is a great fan of the Orange Twerp and fawns all over him. So just expect that they will do a kangaroo court dummy trial. Kangaroo court means that the result is already decided upon. Jack Smith talked about this in his interview the other day. Fabulous interview. The end result has already been agreed upon, and it'll be a nothing to see here. So just be aware of that. Don't believe what you're seeing. Okay, where do I go from for now? I'm going to actually nip over to Venezuela. Another boat was destroyed off Venezuela yesterday. Now, you've got to remember that Venezuela is a country with a lot of island chains on it, and the boats do travel from island to island, taking goods with them, fresh fruit and vegetables and produce to trade. They may have been drug boats, but we will never know, because when you blow them out of the water and destroy everything on board, there's no evidence left to determine what the boats were actually there for. I mean, the US Navy is there. They have the facilities there to actually board these boats and search them. But no, let's just play battleships. Anyhow, I want to have a quick look at what's happening there, because the Orange Twerp has confirmed through his usual incompetence that the CIA is operating within Venezuela. I'm sure the Venezuelan government was very interested in that confirmation fact. And at 45's, the Orange Twerp's command, I won't call him 47 because I barely even call him 45 because he is an illegitimate president. I've posted a lot of stuff on my post sections with how the heck did this treasonous blah, 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 rude word, get anywhere near the White House in the first place? But we have to deal with the cards that we are given in the here and now. We can't go back. There's no such thing as a time machine, sadly. Okay, so he has confirmed that CIA operatives are in Venezuela. 45, the Orange Twerp, when asked if the CIA is authorized to take out the Maduro government, he said, "Oh, I don't want to answer that, blah, blah, blah. What a ridiculous question. Why would you ask such a question, blah, blah, blah. I'm not answering that question." Oh, please. Oh, you know what I mean. Anyhow, please, heart, hurry up. Okay. Now, I cannot believe Maduro has come out and he is urging restraint and cautioning against an escalation of violence. Maduro is being the voice of reason in this. Where is this upside down world coming from? He's also said no regime changes akin to Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, rattled off half a dozen, where the US historically has gone in with military and boots on the ground and just ended up with a worse situation than what was there before. So, what deck do I use? I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot Royale. Oh, today is Friday too, by the way, so I won't be on for the next couple of days. I'll pop back up on Monday next week, unless, of course, something urgent happens. I'll pop back up on Monday next week, which is in 3 days' time. And then I'll be off for 3 days in midweek as we are moving. So, okay, what do we need to know? Now, the ICC have come out, or I don't know whether it's the ICC or the UN or quite who, and has basically said that these boats that it's a violation of international law, pretty much. So, hope these ship captains know all about their Nuremberg trials. Let's have a look. So apparently highly illegal what they've been doing by just simply blowing boats out of the water. Let's have a look. Okay, CIA is confirmed operating within Venezuela. I'm pretty sure the Venezuelan government were very interested in that, and all of a sudden anybody who's not a local has been looked at sideways and suspiciously. Okay, I'm being told to ask, what did the CIA... Oh, we've got the... Okay, before I ask the next question, it is absolutely an abuse of power, betrayal, win at any cost, steal, all sorts of devious and nefarious means, but it's a huge wake-up call, like klaxon, siren wake-up call. So, what do the CIA think about the fact that their supposed commander-in-chief, talk about incompetence, has blabbed that they are operating Venezuela? It's not the first time he's put intelligence personnel at risk. Apparently, after he lost his last presidency to Biden, a number of operatives around the world were compromised quite dramatically, and that was after he had taken the papers to Mar-a-Lago. Okay, what did the CIA think about the fact that he's blabbed it? Well, we've got the Chariot card. Oh no, the first one out. Okay, the first one out. Sorry, I must go from the top. When two fall out, I go the top one first because that was the one on top, is the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, I'll move you back ever so slightly. The Wheel of Fortune. Karma coming, biting him on the bum, something changing, the wheel turning, what was on the top ends up on the bottom. What do the CIA think about this? We've then got challenged by the Chariot. So 2 major arcana straight out as the signifier card. Now, I don't read upside down. I know some readers put the challenge upside down, and that's absolutely fabulous. But I don't read upside down. The way I was taught from my very first mentor was there are enough negative cards in the deck without having to read reversals. And that's just me. Everybody, every single one of us is different, and it's very important that you do you because everybody else is taken. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune turning. Oh, the cogs turn slow for some of these people. So what do the CIA think? The Wheel of Fortune, and then we've got the military. Now, is this the Venezuelan military? It's also a card for chaotic movement forward. Is this treasonous, the fact that he's A, done this, and B, confirmed it? Okay, let's see where it goes. I'll be interested to see whether the treason card comes up. We've got a false victory here on the bottom, the underlying here and now energy. Speaking of which, watch what the IDF, the Israel Defense Force, does. They've just apparently taken out. Okay, thank you. I'm going to bring you out for a minute. There's so much to get out there before the weekend starts. Netanyahu is back in front of the corruption court as of, I think, last night or yesterday. Overnight, there was a strike on in Yemen on some Houthi commanders, and a senior military officer was killed. The Orange Twerpers come out and said Hamas must stop the bloodshed, or we will unalive you all. He's also come out and announced that he's apparently meeting with Putin in Budapest in Hungary, and Rubio's to meet in an undisclosed as of yet location, Russian officials. But I digress. Netanyahu's back in front of court. Every time he ends up in front of this corruption court, this corruption trial, he's up on charges of corruption, somewhere gets bombed. Some sort of war starts or is attempted to start. I think last time he actually pleaded food poisoning. The time before that, he was allegedly in the United States. I'm going to have a look at something similar to that as well. He was allegedly in the United States, which he was. Before that was the attack on Qatar. Before that was, I believe, the attack on Iran. Just watch that space. Because of the fact that he's back in front of court means that he's going to try something. Or his buddy over in Washington, D.C. will try something. Okay, come on down. What do the CIA think? Okay, let's see what the next card is. Oh, they can't believe what they just heard. They cannot believe the energy that they're stewing in is what the F. They cannot believe in their heart of hearts what they just heard him say. Honestly, they just, this is the minor arcana death card. Did he just sign a death warrant for them? Let's see where it goes. In the past, the fool. What a effing fool. Oh, far out, man. What a fool. So he confirmed that they were there. By refusing to answer that they're there to try and overthrow the Maduro government, the CIA agents, operatives that are dealing with Venezuela in Venezuela are just disbelieving. Crowning this reading, we've got the Temperance card, the Alchemy card, juggling fire and water from cup to cup to try and create some sort of balance to to, this is very much, what do we do next? What do we do next to mitigate? To mitigate, that's what I'm getting there. I think they might have to pull them out. And there's the treason card. That's my treason card. The immediate future. Heartbreak, loss, despair, treason. I knew that card was going to come up. He cannot help himself. Far out. Externally, it's destructive. Absolutely destructive that he has said this. So what did the CIA think? It's just going to blow everything apart. This may, there's so many things that could bring this guy down. This may be it. Internally, you've got the Ace of Swords. A new strategy. It's also the sword of truth, sword of legal action. It's also got the dove of peace in the background there. Internally, what do we do now? New strategy required. Could be legal action. I mean, if he costs lives by doing this, which he has done in the past, hopes and fears, the Six of Pentacles. You've got the scales here, which is about, the scales are about actions having consequences, weighing the scales. But I'm really drawn in this particular card of the hands grasping at the bottom. Are they going to be abandoned there? Okay, let's see where this goes. The outcome, Queen of Wands. That's my D&I Gabbard. The outcome, that's my Gabbard card. Huge judgment moment. And something being brought to an end. The World card. And the World's just sitting here aghast. Even me, little old me at a dining table at the bottom of the world, is aghast that he would say this. Two of Cups, some sort of agreement. Queen of Cups. And there's my something not yet revealed. A Russia card. Where's this going? You've got on the bottom, you've got the Six of Wands, the false victory, the Eight of Swords, the restriction, the Nine of Pentacles, the dude in his privileged nest, not understanding what goes on in the real world, the Sun card fully exposed and on the back foot having to defend himself. Do not underestimate how dangerous this is. I mean, we've got the treason card, we've got the Tower card, to the CIA operatives that are in Venezuela. As I said, I can't believe Maduro is the one urging restraint. Oh, man. Because he knows that there is a fool in the White House. Okay, what's going to happen to the CIA operatives? Well, I think their mission is going to be paused and stopped and sacrificed, and I'm hoping that they actually get out. Are these CIA operatives, what's going to happen to them? I'm not going to ask if they're going to overthrow the Maduro government. I mean, talk about give the guy a warning. What's going to happen to these CIA operatives? What's going to happen to the CIA operatives that are allegedly in Venezuela, that have just been dumped in it? What's going to happen to these operatives that are in Venezuela? Eight of Cups. They're going to have to cut and run, I think. 3 lost, though. 1, 2, 3 down. 3 down. 8 of Cups. I think they're going to have to cut and run. Because they were just strung out to dry. The challenge, the Hanged Man. They were strung out to dry. Far out. Okay. At the base, we've got the False Friend Knight offering up a gift of some sort, an emotional gift. I'm really drawn to the fact that the horse is rearing up here. We've got in the past the Two of Wands. What do we do next? This is in the past. What way do we do next? Do we head underground or do we make an escape? Seven of Swords at the top of the reading. I'm just getting that they're going to cut and run, but some aren't going to make it, is what I'm getting. Just awful. Right, King of Swords, legal action, immediate future, legal action. Externally, trying to keep things quiet, under wraps, trying, oh gosh, Four of Wands, families finding themselves entrapped by this, but also, being offered a payoff, the families might find themselves being offered a payoff for those that don't make it. Hopes and fears. If you can hear a voice, that's next door, it's not my guides. 10 of Cups, the people. You've got strength, treason. These same cards, different order. There's strength in strength in the treason that ended up in this loss, and 10 of Swords, stabbed in the back and downfall. Oh gosh, and there's the Devil and the Orange Twerp. It's also my Musk card, but I'm just going to say the Orange Twerp, and then we got the 10 of Wands. This is 2 10s. I think this is the Agents, and this is oh gosh, and then we've got the World card ending, and then you've got the Military again, and then you've got someone fleeing with the 6 of Swords, abandoned out in the cold. 5 of Swords, the abuse of power and betrayal, and you've got the Hierophant, the government. Oh, it's just want to cry. It's just so insane. Okay, what's going to happen? I keep getting this. What is it that's going to take this government down? This is such blatant abuse of power and betrayal of career CIA agents. He's put their lives truly on the line, and I just getting some won't make it. Okay. Breath, let it go. Can't stew in that energy. What's going to happen? Is there going to be any action against the regime? I've got Spotty fast asleep on the floor there. What's going to happen with this Can't keep his blimmin' gob hole shut. What's going to happen? Is there going to be any action taken against the regime? Come on, Pentagon commanders, field commanders. What's going to happen with this now that this information is out there? Third time, three spreads, and third time this card's come out. The here and now, the betrayal, the abuse of power, the win at any cost, the disregard for human life. Oh boy, what's going to happen to the regime? The challenge is the Two of Pentacles. It's my money laundering card, but it's also the challenge is to get these on the stormy seas. I'm not saying there's storms there, I'm just saying stormy seas. The challenge is to get these agents back. I don't think he's even going to try. It's like watching when he came back from the Middle East and you watch them disgorge from Air Force One and you get all the staff come out the back door and then eventually the orange twerp comes out the front door. But the amount of people that came off that aeroplane and are just left to their own devices to find their own way home. I don't know whether a bus is provided, but none of them from Andrews get flown back on any sort of helicopters or anything back to where they actually live in or work from in DC. Yeah, I just get the feeling they're just gonna be abandoned. Okay, crowning this reading, the Hermit. The energy that they're stewing in is it's shining a light on the snake in the path. Cannot be ignored. In the past, how the heck do we get out of here with that Two of Wands? What do we do? We've been dumped in it. Okay, crowning this reading, Ten of Swords. So what's going to happen to the administration, the regime? It's going to be exposed that these operatives were abandoned and betrayed. You've got the immediate future, the higher authorities, the ICC perhaps. Now the ICC, even though the US isn't a signatory of the ICC doesn't care one way or the other. The ICC, the International Criminal Court, is there to convict anybody in the world that does something illegal of this level, where the home country either cannot or will not prosecute. They are sort of the last line of judicial authority. So is this the regime or is this the ICC? Let's see where we go. Externally, Seven of Pentacles, disappointment in... okay, thank you. Assessing options externally here. Assessing options. Love it when my guides correct me. As the moon, internally, the Moon card, as information about this comes out. And you've got the Wheel of Fortune turning here as information comes out. You've got the tame dog, which is the, stop at the traffic lights, give way, carry the groceries for the old lady down, down the road, whatever it is. Social, as Hogarth pointed out yesterday, the domestic dog is about social empathy and compassion and following the law, etc. Whereas the wild dog is it's the wild side of humanity. It's whatever it wants and just thinks it can get away with anything. The wheel is turning here as the secrets are revealed. Oh, full illumination, fully exposed. This is what's going to happen to the regime. It's going to find itself undeniably exposed. Again, we've got the Fool, we've got the false victory, and we've got the Steal. I mean, this is usually my election steal combo, but we've got the Fool, the foolishness, or it could be a new beginning in regards to election steal investigation, or it could simply be, this is Five of Pentacles, abandoned, left out in the cold, and then we've got the military again. The military again. In the past, those that lined their pockets with connections to Russia, the wheel is going to turn on them. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy. It's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable what is going on. As Hogarth would say, the depraved lows of douchebaggery cannot be underestimated. And there's that, yeah, that showed itself to me. Alongside the Judgment card. I just have no words for this. It's just gonna, okay, I'm just gonna throw a couple of cards. I'll just grab another deck. On the I-15 closing due to the impromptu military parade, was not previously organised. Make sure I get all the cards out. Smithwaite, oops, sorry. What's going to happen with this supposed Camp Pendleton? I think it got ordered. The Orange Twerp was talking yesterday, apparently, for 2 hours to somebody at the Kremlin. They could put anybody on who's a Russian speaker or sounds Russian. I'm not saying it's Putin. I haven't picked Putin up for about 18 months. And we know the one in Alaska wasn't Putin, and we know the one in China wasn't Putin. However, this Camp Pendleton military parade, impromptu military parade, I suspect the order came from her comrade, their leader, along the Russian lines, and it's very much about a manipulation. But how's it gonna go? Firing on a military base? Is there gonna be a whoops moment? Hoping the tower doesn't come out. What was that? Well, here's the Emperor putting the order out there. Fool. The Fool and the Partnership. The Emperor, a Fool, and some sort of this agreement that was made. Let me put those back randomly. They come out again. It means they're meant to be. This firing on the military base from warships. Now I know they do live firing and stuff like that for practice. Goodness me, it's a bit windy out there. Got three clothes pegs on the day on the washing line, which I do have, but it might have been a fourer. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, by the way, pot plants over here. It's not legal. Potted plants. Okay, let's have a look. What's going to happen with this impromptu military parade at Camp Pendleton? What's going to happen with this impromptu military parade at Camp Pendleton? Squeaky tank would be nice. Squeaky tank operated by a frog. Okay, this fell out. Trying to keep something under wraps here. Trying to keep something under wraps. Let's see what happens. The King of Swords challenged by a strategic action. I mean, it can be a military leader card, having the sword. Can also be a taking action on some sort of over the airways message, but a strategic action is what I'm getting there. Okay. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom again. It's turning up a lot lately. Okay, we've got this false victory at the bottom. Now, the reason why I call it false victory, a lot of readers call it victory, but I call it false because the horse looks very uncomfortable. The dude's sitting on it as if he's got a carrot up his backside, and nobody is cheering. Nobody is celebrating this victory. Nobody is cheering. So we've got a false victory here. The energy that they're stewing in is some sort of false victory. In the past, a lot of information coming out, but this could also be the live firing, the missiles dropping on Camp Pendleton in the past. Let's see where this goes. Crowning the reading. Really poor choice. Okay, it's a smoke and mirrors operation. It's a really poor choice. It's a lack of integrity choice. So, okay, a lot of negative messaging coming out. I don't think that they were actually going to announce it until, I'm just going to say I don't think the regime were actually even going to announce it. The Californian state government found out about it through an anonymous source that leaked, which obviously means it was someone in the military, and it was not denied. So therefore it was true. So a smoke and mirrors operation. How's it going to go though? Well, it might not go. That'd be nice. Four of Swords. Forced to retreat, reconsider, contemplate, time out. It also means somebody. And then we've got the Four of Swords and the Four of Cups. This is the step right before the challenge. The military do not like this. You've got the pompous ass on his horse ordering this. It was a really stupid idea. I'm getting the military don't like this. They may deliberately scale it down because they do not like what they are being ordered to do internally. The Ace of Pentacles, it's very much about you are given the opportunity to learn the lesson, and if you don't learn it, you are destined to repeat it. This can also be fool's gold, the offer of fool's gold. Now, it's not necessarily money. There's an opportunity here that is being offered. I think the military might be having a good hard think about this. Hopes and fears, you've got the smug merchant thinking all is hunky-dory. However, be careful what you wish for. With his red hat on. Squeak, 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 squeak. It might turn out to be a flop. Now remember, the soldiers just swaggering along, not marching in time, and the squeaky chank and the no crowds and blah, blah, blah. The military, they did what they were told, but they had their protest in their own way. Hopes and fears, the smug merchant thinking they're all that in a cup of tea, but be careful what you wish for, the outcome. Five of Pentacles out in the cold, 2 4s leading to a 5. Shut out. Who's shut out? Temperance, as we've got this rebalancing to try and detoxify, and the King of Wands. Action being taken. A plan of action being taken. You've got the Judgment card. Judgment of the Emperor, who might find himself restricted. The Eight of Swords. We've got the Two of Wands, sorry. Looking at plan B. It may not go ahead. There might be some sort of announcement where we go, no, we're not going to do this. It may not go ahead because looking at plan B, and then we've got the Knight of Swords charging in and acting rashly. And then we've got the Hierophant, which is the government and the courts, etc. We've got the Two of Swords, a decision being made, and then the Sun card. A need to make a decision. Might be a legal decision and something being fully, the devil being fully exposed. Oh boy, as I said on the base, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, something not being revealed, but we've got the High Priestess, and then we've got loss. We've got the Strength card, the emotional overwhelming, and the Treason card. Oh gosh. So it may, well, okay, thank you. Newsom, the state, there's something going to happen here before the 18th. A lot of readers have been getting the 17th through to the 19th as being really tough astrologically for this regime and the orange twerk. It may be that there is a legal action taken by the state government to say no, no, you didn't give the proper notification. You cannot close the highway. No, you cannot live fire into San Diego, blah, 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 blah. Or the military might just go, yeah, no, we're not going to do it. Or they may just do something that is gestural. Oh, but the treason card was there again. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Please take care. I know you will. Have fun. Catch you shortly.